Welcome back to another Battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Sietch Tabr map. We're playing as the green player out of the second position. Got a lot of middle board material here that looks fairly interesting to me. There's a 2-point hold bonus over here that I don't love. Purple almost certainly goes on this 3, so I'm probably better off in the middle. I can potentially play for one or both of these bonuses back here. I've got a lot of material here, and it keeps me central to the middle of the board. So hopefully you can play for a bonus. This map ends up being a hotly contested bonus map. People constantly feel like they're stepping on each other's toes, and I'm certain that we will have that as part of our review of this map when we get into the nitty gritty, because this is Tier List Tuesdays, the series on the channel where we take a look at every single map in Risk, stack them up against each other, and see how they play out. And this one is an interesting one for sure. It's a fun map, albeit sometimes a little bit stressful. Purple does go there, pink here, red here. I could see blue here. Isn't actually a terrible spot, and it is where he goes. So my assumption would be, given that we're aware of 5 of the 6 capitals, that blue or white is somewhere back here. This 2 would have been a good spot, I think. We're going to play up into this region. Hopefully he's playing back in this region. Maybe he's behind purple. I'm not positive. Really have no idea until we see some stuff get rolled. So we may be starved a little bit in the early game for a bonus. I want to conserve as much material as possible. So what I'm going to do is actually hit into here like this and then go up this way. And I might just keep going. Yeah, I think I hold there like that. I think that should be just fine. Pull this into my cap. Not going to worry about defending the bonus on this end, but if I can take this as a 2-pronged approach, then we look good, right? If he's here and he, mirroring me, maybe not great for us. He may come slam me. I have some follow-up here. If he's here, well, if he's here, this is just a worse capital than if he's here, because this is more open. The blizzards, these 2 blizzards are the only ones that create kind of unique lanes on the board, I should call them. So what I mean by that, unique lanes, because again, there's nothing on this board that fully blocks anything off. Now, we actually don't have the luxury of being able to hit into pink if pink gets this bonus back here, because pink, blue, red creates an infinite trading pocket back in here. He instantly finds blue's cap and immediately strays away from that. So pink's going to be playing this game a little bit slow, which is fine. Like I said, this is Tier List Tuesday. It's the series on the channel where we take a look at every single map on the meta settings. Those settings are auto setup, 60-second turn timer, progressive cards, balance plus dice, no rank restrictions, alliances and portals are off, fog and blizzards are on. We are playing with neutral inactivity behavior, as we do in this particular series, not usually in our capital series, but just to try to keep the games moving without having a giant bot stalling us out the whole time. So it'll be interesting to see where white ends up going. Red, I think, maybe attempted this. I don't know if he would have rolled the 4-on-2 on blue there in the back. Blue's going to have a tough break at trying to take his bonus here first. Interesting choice by purple. Clearing this +2 first before Room of the Dead. It's possible that he took both of them. Really going to depend on where white exists. Maybe white was back here. I am unsure. I'm going to try the 2-point hold, the double bonus here. I think they're both +2s. And there's a lot of bonuses on this board, but nothing super high value. So Romalo's Den, Firman Camp West and East, Living Quarters, Communal Area, Dead Gallery, Room of the Dead, CH Entry are all +2s. Cistern of the Souls, Council Gallery are your +3s. Resident Hall and Chapel Council are +4s. And Wide Gallery and Community Loop in the middle of the board are +5s if you're able to hold them. I don't yet go for this bonus here. I'm going to put full investment on this spot. I don't think we're really at risk of losing an 8 cap. So I'd rather affirm my position here. And then I'll actually hold from this spot. We'll hold with double 4s. I don't think anybody's super threatening to have to hold from another spot. White with no bonus. I fear for Pink's ability to hold a bonus in this game. And the reason I say that, and we may even see him attack off cap on this first turn, or second turn rather, is he has blue that looks into the back of his bonus here. He has red that looks into the back of his bonus here. So this may be, the fact that we didn't see anything placed on this 3 likely implies that he is just trying to play for at least a card somewhere else on the board. We'll see if red got his bonus in here. And we'll also see how much purple got in the top of the board, because purple is currently completely uncontested up there. I doubt he had enough material to take everything here, but there's not that many territories. It's just he hit this spot with a pretty hefty 7, I think it was. So that's why I'm assuming he didn't have that much. But we'll be placing this one on the tier list. This is the last map in the Dune map pack. It's also the largest. I ran through the bonuses. It's a 59 territory map with 5 blizzards, makes it 54 territories when blizzards are considered. That's 15 territories larger than the classic map when considering those blizzards. Purple is just getting 7, so Sietch entry appears to be the only bonus that they successfully took on that turn. Now, I will say, fortify back to cap is smart. This may be a triple +2 acquired by the purple player. I may try to take this +4 in Resonant Hall and just see what happens. Just put my feelers out there, see what we end up seeing. Red did only get 5, so he was not able to remove blue from this bonus back here. It really comes down to where white is, right? We have vision on everybody else. Purple's in a good starting spot, but with blue here, he's only got 2 territories of exit here. This, I believe, does touch this territory here touches the red 3 here. I believe this is a 10 cap. I'm just going to keep getting active, I think. And we are not going to mess with that at the moment. So we found where white is. And again, this was not a complaint, but merely an observation of the board, is that I just don't think the white player, and what did he start with? He started only with 5, so somebody's giving him trouble from behind right now. Like, this is a decent hold over this position. Pink gets 5. I can't imagine red and blue both let him hold that bonus, but maybe they do. Red has his +2 down here. I just feel like this capital for white would have been better out of the first position. But I suppose this is a better 2-point hold extended rather than this, because you have back entry behind it. Than this one, rather. We'll keep our lines open, though, in case he tries to come hit me. And now we can take cards back here. I'm content with what we're getting. I don't think the 12 or more territories will persist. And purple is up to 11. That's double +2s. Triple +2s, rather. The whole shebang up here. That's obnoxious. Just split there. I'm not sure I understand going bad from that position, but okay. I mean, a good way to get yourself mega targeted early on in this game, because I know your only path out of this region is to go for this. So the fact that he is willing to blast that, and you get pretty good dice on my, I got pretty good dice on my 4. White is getting this +3 back here in Cistern of Souls, which is good for him. He'll move this material out of my way, which is also nice. That's a really frustrating play by purple. I should have enough juice to knock him out of here, but then he's going to come in here and knock me out again. I can't really afford to fight this, which is frustrating. It's very frustrating to be experiencing this right now, because it's just an annoying situation to be in. And that is kind of what I was getting at. What is pink getting? Did he get broken? He did not get broken. Good for him. Because now we're in the situation where purple may come completely off cap and try to come steal this from me. I didn't get good dice through there. I got good dice on the 5, but bad dice on the 4. Which I guess is the trade-off is basically even. Or close to it. It's just a shame that purple chose me as his target to go bad to. Rather than continuing to play for this side over here, going bad to blue, etc. Like, right next to white, you choose to do it. And I thought about hitting this 4 here, and I chose not to. And now I'm just going to get probably curb stomped simply because his generation is higher. He's later in the turn order. It's nice that pink traded early, but frustrating situation. I feel bad that probably is perceived as me breaking white, but realistically, it was the only path I had. Pink ends up not taking any territory after trading, so I guess that's probably the best possible result from that. But it's I get why purple did what he did, but it's very frustrating to have to deal with that because he's just going to dump his 11 troops on my cat or on this 8. Oh, wait a minute. Either somebody broke him here. What did blue get? Blue started with 8 as well. So blue has this +3. It seems like purple's not coming over to me this time because purple doesn't have all of these bonuses somehow. But nobody's capped behind you. Blue must have broken him. Okay. Well, hopefully white's chill. White card skips. I will not be doing that. With pink already trading in, I don't like the prospects of a card skip. I understand the value of that. If pink's truly not playing the game right now, traded it and then just doesn't play. Looks like he is. That this should be a break on me. I don't think he has any material elsewhere. My cap was already closed off with this maneuver through here. I may as well just try to hold the +5 in the middle of the board and pray. But with pink already setting, I don't like the skip. I get why white does it. He's got a pretty strong position with the hold, and now his cap is open, which he didn't have he had closed off before. Is he going to leave the 3 here? I don't really get leaving the 3 here either. I mean, well, I get, you know what? Never mind. I do understand leaving the 3 there because your troops came off a different spot previously. Now we're in an interesting position where purple still doesn't have a lot of troops on his cap. That was part of the issue with the play that he made, is that if he doesn't continue re-breaking me, he is then losing out on, he lost out on 11 troops that he decided to put over here to bother me. Puts 9 here, so that means 2 end up elsewhere. He did not get broken here, which means he might. No, he doesn't. He plays as much more passively than he did before. I imagine he's got a relatively large stack here, though. We saw him attack into this spot with a pretty good size stack. He's back to 11 troops, so blue did not subsequently break him. And I think at this point we actually want pink to take extra cards in here. And white plays nice. I mean, I had no intention of breaking white again. So much so that I actually think it's in my... Yeah, thanks. In my best interest to just not even do anything about that. I still have not been able to shake this cough. Knock right out of there. And now we have a nice, juicy, strong cap. We got a joker on the trade-in. Pink should theoretically take his cards off of this position, which is what I had hoped for. He's not worth any sort of elimination yet, not until he gets to 3 cards, and that's part of the reason why he missed out on cards. So we might even be able to butter him up for 4 if we go for an elimination on him. We know white has all of this. We know purple has all of this. We know blue has this. Red has at least this. If we see red, what did red get last turn? 9. So red actually has Fremen Camp West as well. White has these 2 bonuses. and these two territories. So it really comes down to the only spot Pink could be other than where we see him right now, and he's a very, very slow player, is this singular territory on Camp Tent 5, because I think Blue came off of these positions over here. So we actually want to leave this spot open as long as we can, this pathing into Pink, because it will likely benefit us. White's going to end up having the best trade-in. We hope that he doesn't betray us. He very well might. It's a price I suppose I'm willing to pay. I assume red took his card right here. So purple getting 11. Maybe purple goes bad to blue off of a trade in here, tries to aggress into the capital. But I think the board has kind of shaped up into a pretty clear positioning for everybody. He just attacks once. So he went bad to me up here just to be good neighbor with blue, cherish that trading zone. I mean, maybe he thought I wouldn't retaliate or something. I'm not really sure what, or she, Kaylee Karnick. I'm not, a lot of these are just auto-generated names. Does blue go bad to purple, though? Seemingly no, but he is one of those players that will go and dump all of his troop generation off on one spot. I would love to see white go bad to red, and that is what we are seeing. I mean, just 2 attacks is already enough to show me that that's what we're seeing, which should be met with a decent amount of retaliation over there. It looks like Pink has gone MIA. Hello? Fergus is in here, for those of you interested. But he's acting a bit shy. Leaving my capital open. And white has the retaliation troops already prepped. Okay, it's not looking like a Fergus climbs up on the desk type day right now. Busted into my office and then decided he had had enough. Pink is back. Pink is back. Let's see what red does. Oh, I can zoom out further. Oh, okay. He went MIA after taking a card. I think he did take a card somewhere. Did he get broken? Oh, he got broken by somebody. By red, most likely. Interesting. Now, this double position in the middle would be pretty strong. I don't know if his MIA is like got to close the app after he makes his turn. You could at least click the button to go to your next turn, my dude. That'd be nice. Red is also completely broken, so white made it all the way into his bonus. Now, here's the potential drawback that might get red eliminated by white. I do have a little bit of fear of this, because if he slams this 18... Even if he opens it up again, if white has a trade-in. Now, we are ahead of white in the turn order. Purple getting 11, getting the most of anybody at the moment. Or is white ahead of him now? White is ahead of him, okay, by a troop. Blue is not. Odith Spike King. Interesting. There's an early trade from the purple player. Here he comes. Oh, he's coming for me. Maybe he goes for pink instead. He's going to go for pink. Does not trade him in, mind you. Oh, he's going for white instead? See if there's a cap flip. This would be a really bad play if there is. There is a cap flip. 21 troops remaining. That is a horrible play by purple. Doesn't understand the situation on the board. And he's slow rolling this. Barely loses it. Does blue have the juice to come get this kill? He's got the trade in. White should not have emoted though, because blue doesn't necessarily know. Blue might go for pink here instead. He might not even know that white is the fodder. I think this is the game. If white doesn't have a trade in, this is the game. We have a set, right? It's the game depending on who blue goes for. If blue goes for pink, nothing matters. He appears to be going for white. He does not trade off of white. He has 3 capitals, so he has the pink capital then. I don't think... How are you routing this? He gets white. He's completely off cap. He does not have a trade-in. We can eliminate purple without trading. That would set us in. He goes all the way back to his capital. Purple does not have a set. We could eliminate red, then purple. I don't think red has much down here. Or do we... You know what? I think I go for purple first. Yeah. Oh, I can get pink. I can get pink first. Pink trades me. Blue was so close to getting that. That trades me. I think I go full send on red here. And then I can swing most of it back into purple, because I think purple had a bunch of troops off capital. 33. Oh, I pathed that incorrectly. Because blue is our only threat, right? He's on 4 cards. I'll have enough to get this over here. This actually double trades us with double horse trades. I could probably cap run. I think I can cap run here. Oh my goodness. Now, I accidentally left too many troops off capital. So I don't want to give blue better cap pathing into my cap. In case he's going to have a trade-in. Trades 45. I think I need to break him to reduce his chances of running here. Because I'm on 4 now and I have most of the board. Yeah, this is a battle now, at least. Because I didn't get any troops on these because I wanted to make sure I was able to eliminate purple. What a weird game, dude. Purple picked the wrong guy to target. Blue was 1 territory away from a pink elimination that he, I guess, didn't have the troops in here for. This is actually a bad play by blue here. Because he is not going to appropriately defend this. One of the caps, at least, he won't appropriately defend. Does he split here? He does not split, so we will get at least 1 capital for free. If not 2. And I can probably just run the board already. Yeah, he sees he can't get through here, so he should start playing off the 23. He shouldn't be hitting additional troops up here. He doesn't even play off the 23. So where does this go back to? This spot here. It went to my capital here. I don't have pathing to his 23, but he doesn't have a trade-in. So I can take pretty much everything. I can take most of the board here. I'm not even going to try to take that yet. Alright, that should work. Because I don't know how much I need to hit for yet. I could theoretically try to block him, but I don't want to blunder the game. There was a risk if he took the correct pathing, put everything here on that previous turn, took the correct pathing, could have potentially run stuff. He didn't even take a card. I don't know if this is him pulling off. It's not him pulling off, so... I don't know if that was a mistake. But I'll take the card. I think that might have been an accident. And I'm feeling like I want to show you guys the whole board, so I'm gonna world dom for fun. Cause why not, right? Why not? What a game, dude. I did not mean for that to just completely fall into my lap. 24 here. Good game, bro. Good game. Well played. And a big ol' thumbs up to you. What do I think about Sietch Tabr? That is the ultimate question. We'll check the ranks of our opponents, and then I'll jump into that. This map, I have a bit of a love-dislike relationship. Not a love-hate. I don't think I hate this at all. I think it's probably my second favorite map of the Dune map pack. Expert on white. I felt bad for white, dude. Purple, to Purple's credit, a lot of times these master level players are take a card and pass masters. This guy was a take a card and be the most aggressive player at the most bizarre moment possible. His initial move, or her initial move, was to come hit me, realized my cap was too strong, and went after white instead and just blundered it. White, as an expert, keep a little bit more on your cap. 18 troops off cap is ultimately why you perished. Blue just didn't send enough over at pink. Missed it by 1 territory. Wild game that fell into our last lap. Blue also expert. Not super surprised by the novice and beginner ranks of red and pink. Pink simply because they just didn't play their turns out fast, and red because they kind of pocketed themselves in the corner and didn't do a whole lot, and their cap wasn't even strong. So just a bizarre game overall. But regardless, the kind of issue I have with this map is how overpowered some of the spots can be. There's 5 blizzard options, and if the blizzards hit in the right spot for you in your configuration on the meta settings, you can get some insane holds. So if you have white's capital on this board, you can have a blizzard that runs all the way out to, or double blizzard even, that run out to these 2 spots, and then all of this is a 1 point back here. Likewise, you can have a blizzard here and maybe here that, or maybe here and here that makes this like a 2 point hole on this right side, or even reduced down to a 1 point. Some of these spots, half map holds are very common. That's why I say a love dislike, because when you get those configurations, it's not so fun. When you get configurations with what we had today, which maybe choke up 1 or 2 spots on the board, but not full on 1 point half map holds, I think it becomes a lot more interesting. So where does that leave us on the map tier? I actually do think Arakeen Residence is my favorite map from this map pack. The symmetry and interesting connections in the middle of the board, I think, makes it my favorite. Sietch Tabr falls into that kind of breed of map that is at risk of being far too choky, far too 1 point hold oriented. It is avoidable, or it can be avoidable, but not always. And I think that's what makes it a C tier map for me. Very much on par with the likes of Atlantis, with Trigon's Labyrinth. I think Trigon's ends up creating some interesting kill guard and card block counterplay that CH doesn't necessarily have. So I think this one falls down a little bit closer to Atlantis and Dracon, but I think I like this one, and the potential snowball kill opportunity that is a little bit more common on Sietch Tabr versus the other 2. Roman Empire doesn't really fall into the same bundle as Atlantis or Trigon's, but just in terms of where it ended up, I think I like that one a little bit more. So yeah, top of C tier, not a bad spot for it. And then next week we will be beginning a new map pack. It is the Vikings Legends map pack, Viking Legends map pack. And we'll start with Way to Valhalla. Why not? Some of my well, definitely my favorite Vikings maps are in this map pack rather than the other one. But I'm excited to review that map, and I hope you guys stick around next Tuesday for that. If you enjoyed this one, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, everybody, I have been C Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.